I initially had a plan about what I was gonna do, and I was actually gonna try to do this for my video that I was gonna do tomorrow for the weekly. But I wanted to just go ahead and get this off my chest now because it's in my it's in my head, and I just got to get it out there. Since my 600 video, as I've said before, I've been getting this onslaught of finance bros and entrepreneurial guys and these these dudes who the money market, equity, whatever. And I've also been getting a lot of I've also been getting hassled. I've been getting bullied about it. And I want to just take this time to point out real quick, y'all can't bully me, bro. I know. Well, if you're acknowledging us, then that means that we're winning. Yeah, because you're not supposed to give us attention. Because if you do, then that means that we are rattling you. No, you're not. You're not. I'm acknowledging you because if there's one thing I know from my years of being hassled, harassed, mistreated, picked on, bullied, laughed at, mocked, mistreated. Like, in my history of doing this, I've learned that bullies have this thing, I think it's called main character syndrome or something, where they truly 100% believe that, like, they only see the world through their own lens. They don't. The lack of empathy comes from the fact that they can't see anything from anyone else's perspective. So they just assume that they're gonna hassle somebody, and that's just gonna be the end of it. You ever like watch a TV show where you ever like watch a TV show, and back in the day they used to like just, and it'd be like slapstick humor or something like that, where they would just like do something to a random character, and that character was just the prop for the thing that happened to them, and that would just be it. You know what I mean? And I feel like bullies have that, where they just truly believe that they just hassle somebody and that's it. You know what I mean? And that's just all it is. It's like they don't think about what it does to the person or anything like that. Like, it's a whole lack of empathy thing. But it's not just a lack of empathy as much as it's just like they sometimes, I'm convinced that bullies aren't even aware that people are people. So, and it's like, one thing is that, like, they also know that as long as they don't believe that people are people, they won't believe that anybody's gonna acknowledge or call them out. They don't believe that anybody's gonna call them out because, well, I only just was doing, you know what I mean, that sort of thing. So yeah, I just think it's a little so it's like me acknowledging these people. It's not necessarily me admitting defeat, even though I am admitting defeat here. But but it is kind of just me pointing out that, like, I see you, I know what you're doing, and I don't care. I talk about getting bullied a lot on this channel because of the fact that, like, I feel like it's always sort of good to just have a sort of refresher. So, because, like, I'm getting all these other people that's popping up nowadays, and they're gonna hassle me and give me crap and tell me, well, you're a lazy bum and you suck and all this other stuff. And it's just like, if you don't care, go over there. Like, I've been making YouTube content since 2006. You know what I'm saying? And the last thing I need is for the first encounter that I have with you to be a negative one. If you don't like me or like my content or whatever, there's nothing stopping you from never, there's nothing stopping us from never interacting with each other again. But the reason why I'm bringing this up is because, like, I wanted to just go ahead and sort of go into my personal history when it comes to me getting bullied, because of the fact that I don't think I've talked about that. But, like, when I was growing up, when I got bullied anyway, when I was getting hassled and getting harassed and things like that, it would always be in the vein of, well, maybe if you did this, we wouldn't mess with you. So it was always, it was always like cut my hair or like, take off my glasses. Those were the big two. It was always cut my hair or do something with my glasses. So there was a time where, like, obviously we were poor, and haircuts actually costed money back then. Nowadays, you can just go to somebody and just get your haircut. But back then, you had to actually go to a barbershop, and it cost money. And I also liked having hair. I don't like not having hair. I don't like this stupid idea. Well, if you're gonna you gotta do something with it. No, you want me to fit to your standards. I'm not doing that. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna get my hair locked. Okay, I'm not gonna get a fade or a lock. Okay, I'm different. I like to, my hair doesn't grow. My afro ain't growing like that, and I'm trying to make that happen. But in any case, though, it's like, but back then, though, it's like, back then I did get haircuts. You know what I'm saying? Like, but it was like, kids would make fun of me when I had my hair cut. They would make fun of me when they would have fun of me when I had my hair up. They had made fun of me when I didn't have my glasses. They made fun of me when I didn't have my glasses. Every single thing that they wanted me to do, I did, and they still got on me about something else. So I started realizing I started realizing that it's less about what I'm doing and more about how they feel about me. These people just don't like me. And I had to make peace with that. And the thing is that, like, when I got older, I had to learn this lesson when I was young. So when I got older, I started just doing my own thing because I realized people are going to dislike me no matter what I do. So that gives me a chance to do whatever I want because they're going to make fun of me anyway. They're going to mock me anyway. There's a very famous saying. It was like, Jesus Christ could walk on water. Somebody going to say it's because he can't swim. You know what I mean? So the whole idea is that, like, so now here I am, much older than I was when I back then, and you got like these people, and like now I'm like obviously you got people who are still sort of like linked to this belief that they have to bully people, they have to mistreat people, they have to mock people, they have to trash people. They need to do these things and to make themselves feel better about who they are. They need to make people, like, they need to hold on to the one thing that keeps them feeling young, and that thing is mistreating people that they don't like for no reason. Which it's like that. It's like there's so many other things that you could be doing, and they just don't want to. The reason why I'm making this video is because I'm getting these random bullies now. I'm getting like, more newer people that's coming in and just hassling me and like trying to make sure that I am in a bad way and just trying to make sure that I'm depressed about it. And it's like, well, if you give us attention, that means that you lost. We won. We cracked them. See? We cracked him. We got him because he's talking to us now. It's like, yeah, I'm talking to y'all. Because, like I say, they got the whole main character syndrome. It's just really weird. It's like I'm not an NPC. I'm a person. I can acknowledge, just like how you acknowledge me, I'm gonna also acknowledge you. And this is like, you have your own perspective about me. Now let me have my own perspective about you. You know what I mean? I like to think that this is a fair exchange. Hey, quick reminder. I'm not just some person you can harass. I'm also a person. I know it's a little challenging for y'all to understand because being a bully means you have to completely like sort of shut off a part of your brain that makes you think about things past yourself, but just activate that for a little bit, just for me. But yeah, though, it's like, but my whole thing is, like I said, I grew up, and when I realized that people was just gonna harass me and hassle me for any old thing, for any reason, it became easier for me to not want to fit into like social norms and do things. In case in point, my hair. I do things to my hair that I want to do. My hair's like this right now because I woke up, but like but when I pick it out, it's gonna still look like this. You know what I mean? It's going to. But it's like like I have my hair a certain way because if I did have it locked, you're gonna trash me about that. If I did have it cut, you're gonna trash me about that. If I do whatever you guys want me to do, you're still gonna trash me. And that applies to basically anything. That's kind of one of the reasons why I don't really like to take advice, because if I take advice and I do everything down to a letter, you're still gonna find something wrong with what I did and then say, well, actually, you didn't do this right, or you didn't do this right. Well, why didn't you do it this way? There's a very popular video from like a long time ago where this guy was backing his car up or something, and he was backing his car up, and the car went straight backwards, but something still went wrong, and you just hear the guy in the car going, "Why did you turn? Why did you effing turn?" It's like nobody turned. The car went back. So, there's that. But yeah, you can't bully me. I was like, I've been like, I realize now that like people are inclined to just treat people poorly for no reason, and it's agitating, it's annoying, and it's annoying, but also it's just something that they feel that they need to do because I'm picking on them. Yeah. Hey guys, it's funny because he's a dork, right? He's a loser, right? This guy's an idiot. It's like, okay. There is also people out there that is like, getting upset with me because I'm not doing stuff that they want me to do. And they're saying, well, if you don't do something that I want you to do, then you're an immature person, you're a dumb person, you're a loser, and all those other things. And I'm just like, I guess I am. I guess I'm a dumb person or a loser or whatever. I grew up bullied, bro. You're not going, like, the worst thing that somebody has actually done to me is wave a gun in my face. And at that time, I was so depressed from all the years of harassment I got that I was just like, I was at this point like, if it's gonna happen, it's gonna happen. Just do it, bro. I don't care. You know what I mean? I get like, I've had people come up to me and say some of the most terrible things ever, and I mean, like, still here. I just think it's really weird that, like, we live in a world now where like we grew up with that sort of thing, and people still act like still being that way. It's like, it's kind of ironic that people call me immature for just wanting to be treated with kindness and respect, and just like, and putting my foot down on things, and like, just not accepting bullying. Like, people call me immature because I don't like bullies. But like, when you think of bullies, you think of children. But you got adults who still bully people. It's just like, nobody else sees the irony here. Is it just me? Why is your hair stupid? Because I'm just woke up, bro. Um, but but yeah, though, it's just kind of like, it's just weird to me, man. I also, but the whole thing is that, like, I mean, I'm not afraid to call myself dumb. I'm not afraid to say that I make mistakes. I'm not afraid to say that I'm physically unattractive. I'm not afraid, like, all the stuff that you want to mock me for, trash me for, talk bad about me for, or anything like that. I mean, like, hell, I'm right there with you. I have been put in such a terrible position of self-loathing that, like, I've attempted to end my life multiple times. And and the whole thing is that, like, I'm trying to get myself out of this rut. Like, me doing this YouTube thing is literally one of the few things that's keeping me from, like, keeping me alive. Like, I'm not trying to end my life. Like, I want to be able to look back at my old videos and go, heh, I did say that, didn't I? Whoa, I can't believe I did that back in the day. I said that. You know what I'm saying? It's something to just sort of know that I have a life, and my life is not, completely miserable. My life is not completely terrible. I wasn't a completely terrible human being. It's something to tell. It's something to remind myself that I existed in a way that I approved of, even if you don't approve of it. You know what I mean? So yeah, you can't bully me. I'm too much of an individual for that. I don't fit into social standards. I don't fit into a lot of social norms. I don't hate the LGBTQ community. I don't hate Muslims. I don't want bad things to happen to people. I don't want terrible things to happen to the children of people that I hate. I just want good things to happen to the people that I love. Is that such a terrible thing to want? Is wanting tenderness and caring and appreciation and respect, are these really such immature factors that just shouldn't happen? Because there's this whole concept of masculinity and masochism that I just don't understand. Like, you remember back in the day when they used to, like, make every, like, when a female character was like a villain, they would make her into like a dominatrix. Y'all remember that? That used to be a thing back in the day. And now you got, like, all these dudes out here basically saying a real man is masochistic. We go through all of the crap that we go through, and we're tough for it. And you know what we get? More crap, because we're strong enough to be able to handle all the crap that we could get. Yeah, that's what being a man is. Being a man is all about suffering and being miserable and making sure that nobody sees you cry, because you will never cry, because you can handle it all the time. You will never have happiness or tenderness until you get married to a girl who's really, really hot and everybody wants her. But the fact of the matter is, if you're not married, then you're going to be miserable, and that's what being a man is. Being a man is misery, but also is also getting married. But if you don't have kids, or if you want to get married, it's like, it's so weird, bro. It's like, it's confusing little. It's just like, if there was a book on how to be a man, that book would never get finished. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? But hey, real quick, while you're on this part of the video, how you guys doing today? Okay, like, type it in the comments below. I will, respond or send a like or something your way and just let you know that you are acknowledged. But back to the thing. I also need somebody to tell me specifically, is there anything a guy can do that a woman can't do? Is there anything that a guy can do that a woman just cannot do? I need that to be a thing real quick. You know what I'm saying? Because I know one thing that women can do that most men can't do. Women are, like, naturally inclined to do that most men can't do. But I don't know anything that a woman can't do that only a man can do. So I need somebody to help me out with that one. But like this whole idea, so it's like, but if being a man means suffering and catching heat and being mistreated, then I like to think I'm just about as man as anybody else. But like, I like to think that in my admission of manliness, I can also say that I crave tenderness. I crave appreciation. I crave just people being nice, not just to me, but in general. You know what I'm saying? Like we've done this cruelty thing before. We've done this mean thing before. We've done this bullying thing before. We've done all of these terrible, negative, mistreatment type things already. We're still doing it now. We're still doing this evil crap now. Is it working? Is everything better because we're treating each other like garbage? Is any problem being solved right now? Is any problem being solved because we're mistreating each other? Please, somebody answer that question. If you can't tell me how mistreating other people has actually helped anything, then what help do you think you're giving me by mistreating me? Because you're not motivating me to be the person that you want me to be. You're motivating me to want to get away from you as quickly and as quickly and as efficiently as possible. Okay, I gotta go take a shower. Y'all be cool, love and peace, spread kindness. Like being mean is mainstream. Kindness is punk rock. Be punk rock. Um, but yeah, that's it.